I'm harvesting our corn today. So we're not going to get a very good yield. There are lots of small ears on the corn. I'm picking them all anyways. My plan is to blanch and freeze the corn right on the cob. That's what we did last year. We really liked it that way. We've done it a few other ways over the years and we found that was our favorite. So that's what I'm going to do. It is very windy out here today and I feel like it's really cold. It's been in like the 80s and today it's like maybe 60. So that's why I'm all bundled up. It is cold. And with the wind, I'm not sure how my tripod's going to do. So we'll see how many times it tips over today. So lots of small ears out here. We have been eating corn on the cob lots of times already, but now it's just time to harvest it and get it out of here. But the hairs are black and dried, so they're really not going to do anything else. So it's better to just pick it now. And then anything that we can't eat or don't want to eat, we will just throw to our animals. So on this corn, we have beans growing up it. So our beans are right here, and then it just comes right over and grows on the corn. I don't know if you can see it. There's corn. And then there's just beans growing all the way up the corn. So down here at the bottom of our garden by like the compost bed and where we had our dill and our garlic, these ears are a lot better than the ones that were at the front of the garden. So I'm going to start down here. So here's a smaller ear, and it did not have good germination. The top is like all cob, and then the bottom has corn. Unfortunately, not great ears. These ones, let's see what one of these big ones look like. Again, not good germination at the top. I don't know what happened there. Oh gosh. So, I don't know what happened. We can just go like that, pull that off. Still have some corn though. Here's the corn. These are half bushel baskets. So we got about a bushel of corn. Plus, like I said, we've been eating a lot of corn lately. Corn is like my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. I like vegetables. So there's lots of small ears like this. Yeah, there's not even, it's just like the cob. There's like no corn. That's for the pigs. It's alright. It's not going to go to waste. So we have some with low germination rate. There's some kernels, but pig feed. So not the harvest I would hope for having that much corn. I still have corn, so I'm not going to be upset about it. There it goes. So stuff like that. Pig feed. It is sad that, you know, this isn't an ear of corn that we can eat, but at least it's not going to go to waste. It'll feed our animals, and part of our garden, why we grow so much, is to help feed the animals too. So pretty much all of these small ones are just not even going to be, oh, I lied. This small one actually would be something I would keep. So I was expecting it to look like the other two small ones, but it looks good. And then corn like this, we'll cut this off and then still blanch it and freeze it this way, and this part will just go to the animals. So it's pretty sad to say, like, that's what's left of our corn harvest. That's not very much. I mean, we have been eating it. We have 4 in the house right now to eat too. But for the amount of space, I feel like we should have gotten a lot more corn. But we'll try again next year. Here's what some of the bigger ears looked like. And this we are eating for dinner tonight. That is some nice looking corn. So to get these ready for the freezer, I'm just going to cut the tips off. I need a bigger knife. What the heck? So to get these ready to blanch, I'm just going to cut the tip and the back off. It's really hard to cut, or my knife is just really terrible. And then these will get washed. Alright, I got all the corn cleaned up. I washed it, cut out bad spots. Tried to get as much hair off of it as I could. And now I'm just going to blanch it in this hot water for a couple of minutes. After it's cooked for a couple minutes, I'm going to bring it over here, put it in my sink with cold water. This is to stop the cooking process. After they have cooled off in the water for a little bit, I transfer them to a tray and then put them in the freezer and freeze them before I package them. So it's actually the next morning. I let the corn stay in the freezer overnight. This is what it looks like, nice and hard. I like to freeze the corn first so it doesn't damage any of the kernels in the corn. And then next I'm just going to vacuum seal it all. I'm thinking maybe 4 ears. There's only 2 in our household. These are small, so that'll give us a good amount. I run this one under a little bit of water. I just used some water and was able to get that paper out of there. The ice I'm not too concerned about. When we cook it, it'll go away. It's gonna go in the freezer just like that. I should have wrote on the bag first, but I'm going to label all these bags for the year and the item. So that is the amount of corn that we're putting in our freezer. I'm not really happy with this yield and this harvest, but there is still something going in the freezer, and we'll just have to try something different for next year.